everyone, and welcome back to Master of Command. Last time we left off on a cliffhanger because I kind of ran out of time. Figured I wouldn't attack on a tough battle right at the end there. We are 3 days away from the enemy army starting to march down upon us. We are securing the last battlefield through this fight. That will give us, I can't remember, it was some trained for this stuff right here. Anyways, I think we'll just start with the battle and then we'll work our way towards the final battle for this act as well. So, we're gonna go ahead and charge into the fray. Oh, and there we got the new doctrine. So, army gains 50% veterancy in drilling stance. Ammunition consumption is increased, of course, but I haven't used training that much. But I figure I could, now when it's so effective, I figure that I can use it just to, if I need that little bit extra, just to push some units into the next point of veterancy. Good. And we gained another unit of grenadiers. So perhaps I will actually remove, say, the Hanoverians, put them into reserves, and put this grenadier unit in instead. Not entirely sure. Anyways, with that, now I hope we go into battle. Oh, there we are. So we have a similar force to ours. 13,800 men. While we have 13,000 men as well. Infantry heavy, low on cavalry. This is actually perfect. This is similar to the river battle in terms of army composition. However, it looks like there's no river that will help me this time around. But I figure we'll have the same success as last time. Or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Right, so the battle is now underway. I've sort of developed a formula how to fight these battles, in that we have the center kind of hold, and then I push forward this flanking portion of the army, and then we push hard on that, and also kind of by turning the enemy force, they will attack. They won't attack all at the same time. So they'll come in at different times, allowing me to fight them, you know, or not everyone at the same time, which is great. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy the cannons here, and then I'm also going to deploy these troops in front of the cannons. And then, of course, we need the grenadiers to be deployed as well. I'm thinking here we'll try and get the grenadiers on the corner. The enemy's artillery was super ineffective against my artillery. They fired twice, and they hit nothing as they were firing in GMT. And now I fire back, and we were quite effective. Probably could have been even more effective. I figure though I should actually soften up other parts of the enemy line here. So we'll be aiming for the cavalry, and then also aiming for some of the infantry units. Now it looks like they're starting to advance here. Majovsky and this grenadier unit is a little bit too far forward because these guys are going to come at us pretty darn soon. And of course, Grievous and Charboy is newly recruited units. So they might not hold for that long. What I'm going to do here, I've hold this side back because I kind of don't want to fight the enemy while they're in the woods. But I'm thinking here we'll have to come in line a little bit more with this part of the army. So I'll march up like that. Because the enemy is so low in cavalry, and the fact that I've started to target them, it's going to be very unlikely, I figure, that they are going to do good amount of damage on me. And the enemy is surprisingly defensive, given the fact that I have the superior firepower when it comes to my artillery. I think we're actually going to go ahead and target the forward infantry units here with the artillery. Looks like they've decided to start shooting Charboy, which has lost 110 men. That's why the king is on his way here to support this side. Seems like they're holding now. So the grenadiers will advance, break through here, together with some of the cavalry. So we got the Bavarians and Ned moving forward here. Oh yeah, I've a couple of units here that I haven't named. I wonder if I should name the units that I placed in reserve, because I mean, sure, you get your named units into the game, but they'll be unlikely to be actually put into battle. So what's the point of naming them? Although, jeez, Ned has suffered, or Charboy has suffered heavily of having to stand out here, getting bombarded by the enemy artillery. Wyatt, another unit that usually takes a lot of hits, have come up right behind him. They know what it's like to stand under heavy fire. My thinking here though is that I will have a pretty good chance of starting to break through here and then forcing the enemy to come at me along the line. Given the amount of the fact that he's got a massive hole right in the center of his unit, I think it might be good to have the grenadiers advance on the enemy here. We're hitting the units in front of here, so it should help quite a bit. Oh, you have started to lose stamina here. I figure we'll take the one. We'll focus now in on the one that's directly opposite of Charboy here. They're starting to move the cavalry this way, which I like. They can continue doing that, the idiots. I think I'll go extra hard on this flank here. And then also Charboy, which just took a hit there, basically out of range. What we'll do is we'll have this line now come closer, and they'll take part of Charboy's area here because he's suffering so heavily. And then he'll contract a little bit and put himself right there. Okay, the enemy fired, and I will hold and return fire. This is the unit that can throw grenades. The thing is, because the enemy is angled like that, my grenades will not do as much damage, but if I do it that way, I can actually hit 2 units at the same time. And then the cavalry joins in the attack here. And then perhaps we'll have Lindström close in towards the center, so he can actually help exploit as the enemy lines open up. And as you can see, these lines are gonna hit here. So really the fight has started on this side, and this is gonna take longer for them to actually get in line here. Here comes the grenades. Pretty heavy firing here. This unit has very low morale though. So I figure we'll actually push through here now. No thank you. Not right now anyways. And the grenadiers have done it. They've pushed the enemy through. These guys don't really know what they're supposed to do. I figure we'll turn both the cavalry units towards this. And then you should actually be aiming for this. I don't know why you were aiming for... Oh, we've got a unit moving on the charge there. Should aim for that. Right, now you're gone as well. Oh, they are going in for a fight here. Oh, they're retreating as well. Good. Right, we've got 3 units then that are retreating. I'll figure Ingolf can actually hold that way. Majovsky start marching this way, and then we'll have these units start marching this way. And they're charging towards Campbell. We'll have the Dragoons come out this way. This unit's actually about to go. Can I turn you there? And you have now left. Their cavalry is so far away. This unit's broken. Let's, you know, let's use that, whatever it's called, the bracing bonus there. Right, the enemy is one by one getting shattered here. I don't think they're going to come back, so let's have everything now heading this way. And then the cannons just force this unit away. This unit's running away. My cannons should hold fire. Their fire is quite ineffective right now. Cavalry will come back. And oh, there's another unit that's running. Campbell forward. Jutland Dragoons. Attacking that is a bit dangerous. Instead, I think we can combine these 3 cavalry units and the Grenadier Brigade coming right towards that, hitting that up. And then these 2 will slightly fall back while we bring more units up here. And then making sure that the units are firing at the right enemy and not like continuously shooting here at retreating enemy units. So you should hold fire. There's no point in you guys shooting at retreating enemies. No one's rallying there. Looks good. We're pulling back here. We'll get those guys in. They still got their bloody dragoon or their cavalry out here, and they're even sending. Now they're sending their 3rd unit away. They've left their artillery completely open. More units are shattering. The enemy arm. Ooh. I think that was that flank bonus, given the amount of casualties we can see here, because they were coming in such a stupid angle. There's no way that unit will stand. They keep trying to charge down Campbell, but never really works, does it? Oh shit, I forgot what. We had such a tremendous success here that I completely forgot what we had going on. Can Lindström like charge the 2nd one instead? And then I kind of need to rally the troops. I kind of, the thing here is also, I kind of want to keep the troops away. Oh, now they're charging. That's not good. I kind of want to keep my troops away from the enemy just because I don't want... we got Lindström got hit pretty bad here. Overextended. We are sending in multiple units to aid though. Oh, you came back? We got an absolute disaster going on here. Fire everything on that. Can I rally these troops towards that way? And then the hussars head this way. Right, Lindström did hold, but kind of heavy losses. There's a complete mess of everything going on here now. And there's just so many enemy units running around. We'll just trying to get everyone away from there. Right, you can go back to holding fire. And again, they're going after Campbell. Which is very quick. And there we go. Let's try not to shoot. Who is... oh, we got damage. Right, one enemy there, bloody well rallied. But get the artillery to sort that bastard out, and then the victory is ours. And then let's try not to shoot at enemies. We'll try and capture as many as possible. Right, it turned into a complete rout for the enemy. Result of the battle, 867 gold. Victory at Berlin. I didn't realize we were at Berlin. Lots of stuff captured. In terms of the statistics here, we captured 4,700 enemies. We lost 2,700 men. The enemy lost 7,000 men. Preparing here for the last battle. I can purchase new troops here. And veterancy. I guess I could just set up veterancy and camp and just continuously do that until the enemy turns up. Although I'll spend food on that. I need food is what I need. I could open up the new brigade if I actually do a ransom, I think. I think I'll perhaps be able to get that then. I should have enough money for that. Lots of units being upgraded. And... right, and then the ammo. I have 1,000 ammo. Now we have quite a few units in reserve as well, which I can actually draw on them. I can draw on the Freikorps Musketeers and the Cantonist recruits. But perhaps I should push in the Prussian Grenadiers, so we get even more Grenadiers in this brigade. There's a bit of optimization that's needing to be done, and I think we might be able to do it. We're just about ready to trigger the battle. I should sell some of this stuff. I should sell actually a lot of this stuff. So now I can actually afford to open up the new brigade, and that means I can put these troops in. But perhaps it's not worth it because I won't have enough food to last for that long until the enemy actually turns up. But I could push some units in just to have some extra units in the battle. Right, so the enemy should be coming on, but I am basically on the other side of the map compared to where they are, so it'll take quite a while for them to reach here. So perhaps I do have time to kind of hit these convoys and stuff, and perhaps move up and burn this village, or actually burning down Berlin is probably not what I'm supposed to do. I will take the time here now to go ahead and optimize a little bit of the army, and I will see you guys after. And so with that, I have now tried to optimize and set everything up. I've also changed the names So, since we now have the 4th commander, John Wyatt, or John 1 Wyatt, has actually taken over the Grenadier Brigade, so he's moved away from the Prussian Life Guard that he used to have, and instead Matchma has taken over, and then for the final paying member, we've got Semper Sometimes taking the Grenadiers. I decided not to name any of these, but that will come later. In hindsight, I'm not entirely sure if it was that clever to actually open up the 5th Brigade, since I won't really have units enough to put into that. But yeah, this is how it is right now. And before the enemy comes ahead and strikes us, let's go ahead and see if we cannot go ahead. I'm thinking we're gonna hit this convoy, and then we're gonna burn this village, and then we're gonna wait for them to arrive. Hopefully they come soon, so that I don't starve in the meantimes. But, oh! Enemy headquarters in pursuit. Right. They are in pursuit of us, but we also have a bloody big army coming up. Oh, God. Well, that's great, isn't it? We have an enemy army coming at us right behind me, right as the enemy headquarters started moving against me. Is he still pursuing? Yeah, he is still pursuing. God damn it. Oh, we'll suffer attrition from going over this ford. I guess it's better to take him on here than anywhere else, but perhaps not. Or perhaps on the other side. Okay, right in the middle of the ford is where we take the enemy. I figured this was going to be much more of a difficult fight, or because there were so many of them. But it's another one where they have too little cavalry and too little artillery to really do anything. Perhaps I will then, with the money gained from this battle, I will be able to gain enough to actually populate 5th Brigade. Right. Let's go ahead and fight this battle, shall we? And here we are on the battlefield. It's the same setup, but I'm gonna weight the right side even further by bringing in Lindström's Dragoons as well. So I'm going to weight it the crap out of this side. Right, we just received some artillery fire. It completely missed every single unit. No, actually it hit the Hanoverians. No, it didn't. They fired and they hit nothing. Now, while it would be tempting to return fire, I am going to instead focus in on trying to break the enemy's artillery. Now, my Grenadiers is already far into the flank here. As the enemy moves forward, because they lack a lot of cavalry, the enemy has no cavalry supporting this side, and you can see the difference this time around. How far away half their army is from the actual fight. See if I can get the Hanoverians into play here as soon as possible to shoot the enemy. I've also gone ahead and I removed the grenades from the newest Grenadier unit, and I gave it to Majovsky. So now Majovsky has grenades, just as Ingolf has grenades. Starts off really well here, getting a lot of good hits in on this unit, which is suffering heavily. Their morale is down somewhat, not too much though. I will order the Dragoons to start riding out to deal with them. Right, the enemy's cannons and everything's focusing very heavily towards that. I will bring you back, actually. Is the enemy really gonna march all the way here? This side is gonna absolutely crumble, and I'll have a good way of attacking the enemy right into their cannon position. Right, they're forming up for something. Not entirely sure what. And the enemy comes moving in here. I think it's time to switch fire because this unit's about to go any second now. They're sending no cavalry units to help aid on this side. They're going all the way over here. Right now we kind of have like a perfect setup of what we want happening, which is the enemy. I mean, this is where's Lindström? Here it comes. Lindström can already kind of march that way. This unit's about to fall apart any second now. The Bayreuth Dragoons will charge. The 2 Grenadier units will hold fire. I'll tell the Hanoverians to turn to face this unit instead. And the enemy forced into retreat. As soon as the Grenadiers are reloaded, they will start their advance upon the enemy over there. Right, hold fire. There's no way. Actually, the enemy commander is among this unit. So perhaps I will shoot at him as I pursue. Right, they're reloaded. And then Lindström comes in and we'll have both of those moving forward. Oh. Right, so they're crossing the lake over there. What I will do actually, I'll fold this part back. The longer I can keep them from actually engaging here, the more I can concentrate over here. Oh, look! Wait, can we fire on this instead? There's no point in us shooting on... Right, advance. And I'll tell you to open fire here so you can shoot at these guys. See about forcing them back. And then these two are confidently breaking down this unit, which soon enough will run. I don't know how I managed to do this, but I seem to have broken the AI with the way I've formed my units here. Because right now it's certainly not going well for them. These guys have lost 670 and only managed to do that little against us. Right, you know what? Hold fire and start moving into meeting with the troops over here. And then you can fire at will, and I will kind of speed you up a little bit here. Same with you. And then we got Lindström coming in. And the Grenadiers. The Kings coming in to support here. And then I think we'll move Campbell a little bit more so that he faces this. Right. There's still a Cuirassier unit here, but I figure I can at least shatter these 2 batteries, and then the Grenadiers will come in and deal with that. Right, you are within range, so you will hold. Oh, we've got a the enemy coming in. Right, I want Lindström to go in, and then all 3 cavalry units will turn to charge. God damn it, Lindström decided he wanted to fight this retreating unit instead. Or these bloody observatory Grenadiers that came back. And that actually shattered one of my cavalry units, which is not great. Not great at all. Right. God damn it. Right, turn here. That was not good. That was not good at all. Let's see if the king can move and rally them here. Look at how many horses are running around here. They're moving in on the charge. but he's basically gonna move into all that fire from our man. Each volley is taking chunks out of the flank here. Right, but he was not actually broken. So I'll have to order my men into the retreat. Right, advance. If Lindström hadn't been caught onto those grenadiers, I don't know how the crap they managed to come back. Unfortunately, they're for the... Like, who's in command of the Bayreuth Dragoons? Ah, crap. More that Russian cavalry unit is a thorn in my side. They will have to pay for it though, because I destroyed the unit and the commander. Right, you can hold. You can hold. And the enemy that came on here got broken. Now they're gonna attack with their cavalry units. I'm gonna turn these up, but the others will hold. Actually, you can turn, so Bakorn. And I want the hussars to be right behind there because it looks like a charge is coming in. A little bit worried that this unit's going to charge the lights, which obviously wouldn't be great. Meanwhile, focusing in. No! Ha! That got them to fall back. And now only this remains. Actually, this unit is the only one to remain. Otherwise, everyone's kind of running. And boom! I have victory. More or less. We'll have the hussars move to the flank. Do my cannons reach? They do. But I figure I'll only be wasting ammo trying to fire, and they're about to break anyways. Any second now. Because their army has collapsed all around them. Boom, there they went, and just in time for another unit to rally. You gain a little bit of ground there perhaps on them. A single cannon unit firing on that should defeat them. Or so I thought. There we go. Victory. Victory of the marshes. I did note, as you can see, there's no ford here. Well, it's actually here. So, I should have probably stayed where I was, not trying to cross it. And then we could have actually fought over this. But, as it is, this went very well, besides that cavalry hiccup. But otherwise, this battle went really well. And there we go! 840 gold. Victory at Zorndorf. We got a lot of different good stuff. And we only lost 1,600 men. The enemy lost 6,000 and we captured 5,000. So that's really bloody good. I could go for veterancy, but again, ransom is probably the better choice. And I'll get tons of money from this. Let's see. Quite a lot of units are probably going to get upgraded. The question is now, though, because now I've done 2 pretty long battles, I should probably end it here and just, for the final part, leave just that final battle then. Let's go ahead and see. Grenadier, specialty, something, infantry accuracy, cover effectiveness, but stamina and veterancy gained. Stamina is going to be useful for grenadiers, so orderly. And then for the cavalry brigade, give me a trait which is good for cavalry. Combat effectiveness, +5. Officers command, -25. Accuracy and melee, that's not good. Volley fire doesn't make sense for cavalry. So really only this one, but again, should I skip? I believe I skipped the last one as well because it didn't fit. Combat effectiveness, I mean, it's all over, like an all over effectiveness for the unit, so I guess we'll do that. Right. Go ahead and replenish. Give ammo. And now I have plenty of ammo. At this point, I wish I could sell ammo, because I don't need any more of it. Right, I'll go ahead and like set everything up for the final battle. The enemy army should be on its way. It started marching. It's come quite a bit. We're looking at 1,600 men, so they probably have 5 brigades. But I'll be setting up, so next episode what we'll do is we'll fight probably somewhere around here. Not entirely sure where. Perhaps I will go to the hills and see if I can get the battle to take place there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and end it right here. And I will say, like I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.